Alright guys, so here's my thoughts on the first teaser trailer for Scoob. Guys, I have to say, this movie is absolutely going to be 100% cute as a button, I must confess. So, it, it, it starts out with, Scooby and Shaggy sitting in the movie with Shaggy and Scooby both going back and forth, making sure they got all the necessary snacks to enjoy the movie. And then Shaggy's like popcorn, and they're both like popcorn buttered, not not nachos cheesed. Uh, and, and then they both pull out this big cup with a bendy straw, and then it flashes back to the first time ever that that Scooby and Shaggy first met, when Shaggy basically saved Scooby from being sent to the pound because the cop thought he was a stray. And then Shaggy's like, this no good lousy stray's coming with me. And then Shaggy's like, he's not a stray. And then the cop's like, well, what's his name? And Shaggy's like, Scooby. And then the cop's like, what's his middle name? And then Shaggy says, Doobie. And the cop says last name, and then Shaggy says Do, which obviously it is a reference to the lyrics from the theme song, but that's also a reference, as is how Scooby and Shaggy look in the flashback sequence. It's a reference to a pup named Scooby-Doo, and it actually shows Shaggy giving Scooby his dog tag, and Scooby says, I like it. I'll never take it off. And then Scooby licks Shaggy, and then Shaggy actually licks Scooby back, and then it cuts to the first Halloween that Scooby and Shaggy met Fred, Velma, and Daphne. And then it cuts to and then before all that happens, Shaggy's actually like, hey Scoob, it's time for a movie, but first we need a trailer. Can you do a cool narration voice? And then Scooby says, and then Scooby does this really cool narration that kind of sets the mood, and then actually what happens, guys, is Scooby and Shaggy get beamed up by Blue Falcon to and actually the weird thing is, guys, we don't see Blue Falcon or Dynamite in this first teaser, but Scooby and Shaggy have in fact been teleported to the Falcon Fury, which is the spacecraft of their favorite superheroes, Blue Falcon and Dynamite Dog Wonder, and 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 uh, uh, Blue Falcon beams them up after Scooby and Shaggy have been chased by these Mouser-looking robot things, which no doubt have been sent by Dick Dastardly, and then uh, uh, Velma finds what is probably a piece of Dick's mustache and says 12-year-old scotch, and then the last thing that the trailer said that Daphne says to wrap the trailer up is the villain's my dad. and yeah guys, that's basically the teaser in its entirety. Now I I I I I do have to agree with the overwhelming consensus that the animation is just so clean and everything actually looks like it flows so well. And would everybody please stop saying that they wish Matthew Lillard was able to voice Shaggy. Now, okay, when because Will and I can't remember Will's last name, but he delivers a much better performance of Shaggy than Matt ever has. In fact, this is the first time I believe that Shaggy is Shaggy for the first time in over 10 years, because Will's performance blows Matthew's out of the water. So, would everybody please stop wishing that disgrace of a voice actor was back to voice Shaggy? Because Will absolutely does a much better version of Shaggy's voice, and obviously, guys, Frank Welker, still does a great job of providing the voice of Scooby, and I have to say, Zach as Fred, that's pretty good. And in fact, I could actually see Zach potentially taking over for Frank once Frank unfortunately has to retire, or sadly when the day will eventually come when Frank is unfortunately no longer with us. But would everybody please stop wishing that Matthew Lillard was the voice of Shaggy, because Matthew's performances for over the past 10 years as Shaggy Rogers have been an outright disgrace. And Will absolutely does a phenomenal job, and just the rest of the cast in general actually does a pretty decent job. Now, we actually have a further plot explanation as to what actually the Mistring's biggest case ever is going to be. So, it, it's actually going to involve the fictional dog Cerberus, everyone. And, a- and for those of you that don't know who Cerberus is, Cerberus is the mythological three-headed dog that is said to guard the gates of hell. Although obviously Cerberus and scoob will just probably be Dick Dastardly's head or something, because obviously with this being a movie geared towards younger kids and families, obviously Cerberus would have to be toned down, but apparently Scooby and Shaggy, Blue Falcon, and the rest of Mystery Inc. are basically all going to team up with Captain Caveman and 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 whoever else from the Hanna-Barbera library is said to be in this movie. And apparently they are going to discover a secret legacy that Scooby has, that even Scooby doesn't know about. So guys, you could say that in this movie, Shaggy and Scooby are actually going to get to save the world. So yes, truly everybody, this movie looks like it will be a very enjoyable movie to take the entire family to. On May 15th, and Scooby, you can bet. And Scooby, I just have this to say to you, but I can't wait to see you, Dynamite, Blue Falcon, and Shaggy in May. And I've said this many times when I've talked about this movie, guys, and I'll say it again. This animation and just the whole way this teaser trailer is presented, this movie is the way that that Scooby should have been allowed to be on the big screen from the beginning, because this truly honors the 50 years of Scooby's legacy, and again, this pays tribute to the memories of Will, Joe, Don, Heather, and especially Casey, guys. So again, please check out Scoob's teaser trailer if you have not already, because this is going to introduce a whole new generation of families to the way that Scooby always deserved to be presented on the big screen. And guys, I just have to say, I can absolutely not wait for May 15th to arrive, and I can't wait for the next full trailer of Scoob to drop. So again, guys, go check out Scoob. Yeah, that's it, guys. The trailer is very enjoyable. Yeah, I think you guys will like it. Have Happy Veterans Day, and thank you first and foremost to any of our brave men and women that have served over the years. Get, check out Scoob in theaters May 15th. Once again, thank you to our men and women in uniform. Happy Veterans Day, and keep on rocking. Yeah.